Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the Pattison Ave Phanatcs Show. I'm your host, Tom Kelly. With me, as always, my man, Willy Guns. What's up, Willy Guns?
What's up?
Another week, another Eagles win, ladies and gentlemen. It's kind of becoming to be the new norm around here. Is that how Doug Peterson said it back in the day after they won the Super Bowl in the 2017-2018 season?
Yes, sir. That's exactly what he said, and it is the new norm.
Not to be confused with my cohort over here at Cole County Media, Norm Dale, but we got a lot to get into this week when it comes to the breakdown of the Eagles-Steelers game. A lot of people said the last 5 or 6 games that we played was a gauntlet, and then I put my readers on. You know, you go to Walgreens and they have the readers and the little thing. You take them out, you put them on, and I was looking real close at the last 6 or 7 games for a loss, and I didn't see anything. And I started to think to myself, maybe the last 6 or 7 games weren't a gauntlet. Maybe the Eagles are the gauntlet, Willy Guns. I think the NFL's been put on notice. I don't know about you.
Well, as we always say, we don't talk about it at all before the show.
No show before the show, as John Kincaid would say.
At all, and it's appreciated because it makes it more authentic. But we talked about it on the shows that this defense is for real, and it showed up because you had 2 fumbles, was it? 2 turnovers at the beginning of the game that looked like, oh my God, you know what? It looks like the normal Eagles game. Freaking Pittsburgh's going to get up 14-0 on us. We're going to battle all the way back and then probably lose at the end of the game because Jake Elliott can't kick a field goal. You know what I mean? But that didn't happen because the defense stepped up.
No, and Elliott looked all right too.
The offense just soared, dude. And also that shit that happened with Slay in that end zone by the number 80 dude from Pittsburgh. I didn't even want to find out his name. He could go suck one on Broad Street.
I give a lot of respect for running through your block. He blocked him all the way through the end zone to the wall, which I did like, but I also like that Slay stood up for himself as well.
Let me tell you something. If I was Slay, I would have been going at that dude too. You don't do that shit.
You know what they didn't want to see? They didn't want to see Jalen Carter when he came in and just started manhandling people.
And I love that he did that. There's a lot of fans online right now. It's like, oh, this and that. Listen, I love that he did that. You gotta understand, this is a sportsman game, but this is a physical game. This is a lot of the fan bases can't stand each other, so the players sometimes take that. They take that fan base hate towards one another, and they hate each other.
You know what I like about watching this team, and I think that there's some similarities between this team and the 2018 team. There's some similarities between this team and the 2004 team, but this team bullies other teams. This team on both sides of the ball, they're imposing their will. I mean, this O-line knows it's one of the best, if not the best in the league. They know no team really feels like dealing with them for 60 minutes of football. And it's nice. It's nice to be the bully for a change on the playground.
Well, we talked about on the last show that the first quarter was important. And we already were going to look like we were just going to give it up in the first quarter with the turnovers. But they stuck it through, bro, and they put up points
early. It was nice to see first quarter points for sure.
Yes.
And Norm and I were watching the game together, and I told him, I said, this team scoring points early is a big time problem for for everyone out there. If this team can get it together and really start to produce on a higher level out of the gate, it's going to be really hard to stop this team.
Well, if you pay attention to that Najee Harris fumble, you think about it, that one fumble, when you play up against a really good team, bad team, sometimes mistakes happen, whatever, they're going to lose regardless. But the Eagles are so good that you cannot afford to be – they had a good drive going. They look like they're going to at least get 3 points, possibly a touchdown. What happens? Najee Harris fumbles, boom, game over. Game over.
It gives you that feel. Back in 2017 to 2018. I mean, and let's not just say the Eagles. Let's shut up. let's just Norm shoots me a look when I say that. Let's Sean Waz checking in, my man Sean. Evening, gents. What's up, Waz, my brother? My brother from another mother over there, my man Sean. It's nice to see like this team has the ability to beat you in so many ways. And I myself, it reminds me a lot of back in 2018 when the Eagles, I mean, they were just boat racing teams from the start of the game. Norm checking in. It's Monday. It's great to see you guys. TK and Willy Gun, a show so smooth.
You'd have to be blind to watch anything else.
Willy Gun,
it.
Thank you for allowing me to take the high road.
I always take the high road, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Because you're always high.
Mm-hmm.
Not always. What did you see from? I would consider this a statement win, wouldn't you? I mean, over a Pittsburgh team that if they beat you, then you guys would have the same record. I would consider this a statement win. What stood out? What stood out to you? What jumped off the screen watching the game to you?
Well, first of all, the fact that at the beginning it just wasn't going well for us. It just wasn't. It didn't look good at all. It looked like Pittsburgh was going to get a ton of momentum. They're going to put points on the board, but the defense just went out there and didn't give them anything on that field. They didn't give them anything. I didn't see any comfortability at all, really, with Russell Wilson in that pocket. I didn't see, and Nolan Smith. Oh my God, Nolan Smith, Brandon Graham's replacement.
We'll say.
You know, he bowled out, Sweat bowled out. Jalen Carter's an animal. You know, N'Kobe Dean's coverage. Do you realize that's why you don't give up those crossing routes anymore?
It's SEC East. It's SEC East. This whole Eagles defense is comprised.
Blankenship really is an animal out there. CJ Gardner-Johnson was throwing his body around.
Watching Reed Blankenship reminds me of a Terry Hogue from the Eagles defense back in the 90s. Just a ball hawk. Always his nose is just always.
He's everywhere. He's everywhere. He's like
always
Luke Kuechly, but a safety. He's like Luke Kuechly, but he's a safety. And Cooper DeJean with those one-on-one tackles he makes. Think about the past Eagles teams. That tackle's always getting broken. No, think about it. He might
be the best tackler on the defensive side of the ball, and secondary wise. I can't say enough about Jalen Carter. I'll say it every week. A man that 78% of the snaps, he's being double teamed, and he's still causing issues.
Yeah,
it's incredible.
He puts fear into those offensive linemen for sure, and he's young. The fact that a young player like that can take on these veteran offensive linemen and just bully them. Imagine what he's going to be next year and the year after that.
And if Fangio sticks around for 2 to 4 years under his tutelage, the sky is the limit for that kid. And a lot of the other young guys. I mean, the exciting whites in the secondary, as they like to say. And like you said, you have a smattering of veterans through there. Obviously, Brandon Graham went down, Darius Slay, but it's a very young defensive team. And after 14 weeks, what are your thoughts? Do you have any comparisons of this defense to any other defense? Like, what are your feelings after 14 games or 14 weeks, I should say, of this defense?
A lot of people try to compare them to that Seattle Seahawks defense, the Legion of Boom, but I think they're their own defense. I think they're their own defense. I think there's just too much talent across the board. All the NFL analysts across the globe are all over the Eagles right now, all over them. They can't believe how a team can be this well built, the youngest defense in the NFL, and yet you're the number one. How the hell do you do that? How's that happen? How's Quinton Mitchell facing all these great wide receivers and shutting them down?
I mean, lockdown.
Like I was just watching a post about Jamar Chase. He's doing this. He's doing that. He's amazing. Hey, he didn't do shit against us.
No, Quignon, and like that kid's future is the sky is the limit.
Dude, the secondary of the Eagles is one of the best I've ever seen. One of the best I've ever seen. I've watched football for years, and I'm honest. I've never seen a secondary like this, bro. I've never, ever seen it. And how are you going to win against this secondary when the pass rush is there too?
Quignon Mitchell is an absolute monster. Well said, Waz. He he is. It's for me, it's how good they are, but it's how young they are. I mean, you have a core on that side of the ball through your linebackers, through your D-line, and through the secondary that could be here easily if they find a way to continue to sign these guys, year after year. And you have the best GM in football, period. I don't care what anybody says. I'll go toe-to-toe with anybody out there who tries to find another GM like him. You have this for 7 to 10 years, possibly, this young defense, and then under a gritty dude like Vic Fangio, where you could just tell, like, this defense angry. He probably works them in practice so hard they just want to pound your face come Sunday. It's so much fun to watch. I'd hate to be a fan of any other team out there. Sorry, just would. There's good teams even in our division, like the Commanders. Obviously, there's good teams in the conference, like the Lions, like the Vikings. I mean, the Vikings are playing. They're playing tonight. If they win, that's a 3-way tie at the top of the conference, which I believe the Lions would have the tiebreaker for points. I think they have like their points against. I think it's like plus 90 compared to the Eagles. Like they're like 90 points over the Birds. But look, Waz, I said it last week, reminds me of the Jerome Brown and Reggie days. Jalen Carter reminds me of Jerome Brown.
So who's your Clyde Simmons? Who's your Clyde Simmons? See, if you're going to get into that, who's your Clyde Simmons?
So you would.
Is it right now Nolan Smith?
Look, I guess, Jalen Carter it would be a Reggie comp, but for youth-wise, I would compare him to Jerome Brown. RIP is right. RIP is right. Who would be the Clyde Simmons of this group? Sweat, maybe? Josh Sweat?
Sweat's a good one, yeah. I just think this Nolan Smith dude's for real, bro. My God, he's getting better and better. He's fighting guys off. He's charging. Like he's like a Parsons. He plays like a Parsons.
From what he was last year to this year, it's not even comparable. It's not. He was a non-factor.
He didn't know how to chase guys to the outside. He didn't have the footwork, and we talked about that already. But I think he's starting to get it. With
a competent defensive coordinator that comes in, he works on your footwork. He works on your, the lines that you take or to the ball, tracking the ball, following the ball. And like I said, Nolan Smith is just one example of someone who is just light years ahead of where they were a year ago. They're using Jordan Davis better to stuff up the middle and just swallow everything up.
You cannot run the ball up the middle. And in the NFL, if you can't run the ball up the middle, you're going to try to run it around the side, and you can't run it around the side either.
No.
You try. Look what we did to Derrick Henry, man. Come on.
Go ahead and run around the side. Nakobe Dean and Zach Bond.
Look what we just did to Najee Harris, bro. Like, this is crazy. He looked embarrassed on that sideline. He looked like oh my God, it was bad. The cameras love to zoom in on that because they showed that we actually deflated that whole team, bro.
I don't know if you caught this. Did you see Tom Brady after the game throwing flowers at the feet of Jalen Hurts?
And that's great. Dude, you know what? To be honest with you, I really like Brady, man. I like him
as an analyst.
Please, he knows so much about the game. He's just like Romo almost. Like, dude, Brady
hate
calls
him.
shit out left and right. Brady gives
I
credit
hate
on
him.
good throws by quarterbacks. Brady will get mad if you throw the ball over the middle and a wide
Sean, are
receiver
you
gets
wow?
dropped.
So you laughing at me and my reaction to Will saying he likes Brady? Because I cannot. Just you
Hey,
want
I'm
to
being
talk about
honest,
it?
bro. I'm an
I
NFL fan too. You know what I mean?
I know. You want to talk about a hate the face? I just want to grab his face and smash it.
He's good, dude. You
He,
listen, from when he first started,
he
he
stole
got way
Super Bowl
better. He
from me
got
in
way
'04.
better.
I don't give a shit. He stole Super Bowl from me in '04.
Wow, you
He could,
really
he
just
could take a
stole the
long walk off a short pier. Piece of shit. Sorry.
It's water under the bridge. Brandon Graham likes Brady. You saw
He
that,
said,
right?
"You too. I can't do Brady. I can't do Aikman. I can't do Romo or any Cowboy. I can do Tony Romo. I can do Tony Romo.
Oh,
And it bothers me that I like his.
could you imagine Romo and Brady together doing a show?
No, fuck out of here. Um,
Let's go to the lines. No.
we will eventually have worked in some phone. We'll have phone lines. Actually, we'll probably just post the StreamYard link and just start dropping people into the lobby
Just
and
drop it.
pulling
You
them
want
up.
to come in and talk, but let's also talk about Zach Bond, and not just by that game, but by this whole year.
Agreed,
That
boss.
he could possibly get Defensive Player of the Year if he stays on this pace.
I mean, he's got to be in the running. I don't know the stats off the top of my head on how his exact numbers this year, but
Quinyon Mitchell, Defensive Rookie of the Year.
that's almost a lock. Who
You see
else?
what I'm
Who else?
saying?
Who else is out there right now that would even be giving him competition on the defensive side of the ball?
Cooper DeJean.
I love it. I love it.
That's how
Look,
good we are. That's how fucking good we are.
So Will and I have been doing this quite a while. We're coming up on year number 7 for the Pattison Ave Phanatcs Show in some capacity. I've taken a hiatus. Will's taken a hiatus, but the show itself, for the most part, is run for the better part of 7 years. We, as a show, have taken a hiatus for a couple of periods of time. You don't understand when football's bad, how not fun sometimes these shows. Sometimes it is fun to just bitch and moan and stuff like that.
Yeah, you're talking about how bad the team's playing. We're not even putting one guy down right now.
But when football's good, Aiden Hutchinson is a name Sean threw out there. You know what? I know. When football's good in this town, when Eagles football is good, it is a good name. It's just, but there's nothing like it. Walking out of Tractor Supply up here the other day, seeing a guy in Eagles gear, and you give a Go Birds. It's literally, people don't understand. It's like a universal sign. It's hello. That's how you doing.
You walk
I hope
in
you
the
have a good holiday.
Yeah, you walk in the Wawa, you have this on, Go Birds.
Go Birds.
Oh, did you watch your game? Yeah. Yeah, watch that game.
No, I live under a rock, sir.
They still ask you though.
It's great. Like the way I describe it to
story
people.
For you, actually, though. It's a funny story.
Miles Garrett for what? Defensive Player of the Year? Yeah, he's.
Oh yeah, it's a good one. No, he's throwing
DJ Watt too.
Listen. We're gonna have an NFL show, so a lot of that will be talked about.
We will. Excuse me, I'm chewing ice like a jerk while I'm on air. Yes, we will be doing an all NFL show. That'll be coming soon, so be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, MVP talks are always fun. Stats are always good to talk about. League leadership, all that stuff. Stepping up, rookies of the year, and everything.
It's like the city is buzzing when we are winning. It's so when people say New York is a city that doesn't sleep, and New York has its own pulse. It's like its own heartbeat. And the Eagles are playing well. They found defensive player of the year odds Watt's favored. That makes Surtain is rising. So that makes sense. TJ Watt's a monster. However, he did go down yesterday. So we'll see.
Is he okay? Yeah, that's the question. Is he okay? Because if he's not.
Will, your audio is upside down. Somebody.
My audio's upside down. What does that mean?
What does that even mean?
And what person is that?
I have no idea. I have no idea. I don't even want to try and butcher. I'm a baseball guy. Don't even get going there. No, look, we're baseball guys too. I know, Waz. You and I have had many
Wait a minute.
conversations.
If they said Will, they didn't say Willy Guns. They said, did they know
They
me?
said, Willie, your audio is upside down. What does that even? I don't even. Is that a real comment, or are we being trolled right now? I kind of hope you're being trolled right now. I would love
You
to
know
hope.
what? Hey, stump Will.
Maybe you're wearing the headset upside down.
Oh, let's see. No, it's all good to me.
You wear this is by far the best insight that look at he just
You
turned
want
it
to troll
upside
me,
down.
boy or girl,
Oh,
whatever? You want to troll me? You want to troll me?
okay.
I'll do some fucking Star Wars for you too.
You're so stupid. Put your headset back.
You gotta have fun. I like it. It's funny.
Do you think Pittsburgh shut Barkley down, or were the Eagles on a mission to get the passing game kind of back? He said going all Don Vito, Sean said. Or do you think they were on a mission to get the passing game revived? Or do you think that Pittsburgh actually shut Barkley down?
Nah, Barkley was on his way to having a big game, but I think the game plan was to get the ball to A.J. Brown.
Saquon does look great, for sure.
Here's the game plan. It was to get it to A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. Because what did we say? You're paying those guys. We said on our last show, you pay those guys that money so they get the stats. If they're not getting the stats, what's the GM going to say? Okay, we're winning, but you got these Pro Bowl wide receivers, number ones on most teams, not getting the right stats. It's not going to look good. It's not. And right, I just been looking at their stats, and their stats ain't great, but they are so damn dangerous that they can run the ball, they can pass the ball, and their defense, forget it. Their defense is shutting teams down. But they held Pittsburgh under 200 total yards.
It's crazy.
That's the first time in like 14 years, I think they said, or something like that. That's crazy.
Look, like I said, this was supposed to be a gauntlet that we ran into. And it was a lot of good teams. I mean, I'm pretty sure this fortifies the Eagles as, one of the top teams in the division, not just by record, but kind of how they're playing. Do you think it's possible before the end of this? We got 3 games left in the season, all divisional games. But, I know Minnesota plays tonight. My daughter always likes to call me when I'm on the show. Do you think at the end of the next 3 weeks, the Eagles could have that number 1 spot? Do you see Detroit falling off?
Yeah. Detroit's defense isn't where it's at. You can't keep on winning games with shootouts. Obviously, you just saw what Buffalo did to them. They need to keep Saquon fresh for the playoffs. You need to use him less and use A.J. Brown Smith more. Yeah, definitely.
I'd be totally good with that.
But give him a chance to have some big runs, though, because he's capable of it. So at least get him carries, and if he gets the yards he's supposed to get with that at least amount of carries, that's fine. But I do agree, definitely keep spreading the ball around, because the more you spread the ball around, the more your receivers are going to catch the ball. And I think I was watching the other games or whatever, and there was a key play where I think it was at the end of the game. I forget what quarterback, but he threw the ball right over the middle. It was Detroit. He threw it to St. Brown. St. Brown's a really good wide receiver. But during that drive or whatever, when he was throwing the ball, it wasn't dead accurate on the throws. So when he finally did get it was a good throw. He totally butterfingered it. St. Brown's one of the best wide receivers in the league. So you got to get the receivers involved. And when you get the receivers involved, you're not going to get those dumb drop balls. And not only that, I need to rely on throwing the third down balls to A.J. Brown or Smith. I can't trust Dotson. I mean, the guy gets 1 catch a game. He should be wearing the number 1.
Yards.
And I really like – it's going to be so tough, though, man. To average 139 yards a game when every team wants to shut that run down. Now they're going to let you pass the ball. And just like Saquon said in the interviews, Saquon said in the interviews, it's not, or Jalen said it too. They're all saying it. It's how we just got to win. That's it. Right? All we got to do is win. If it's Jalen passing, if it's Saquon running, if it's Gainwell,
Dude,
let's talk about Gainwell.
little Kenny Gainwell action. That spin move was pretty nasty. I almost
He's
fell
learning
out
from
of the chair
Barkley.
when he
He
did
got
it.
that from
He needs
Barkley,
418 yards to get the record. Over the final 3 games, Saquon needs 418 rushing yards to pass Eric Dickerson for rushing yards in a season.
I mean,
Is it possible?
He could possibly have a 200-yard game out of any of these games coming up. But if the last game in the season doesn't matter,
then what do you do?
You're not putting them in there. You got to win the Super Bowl, bro. You're not putting. Look what just happened. He obviously got dinged up this game.
He definitely got dinged up this game for sure.
Right. So I don't even think he's going to get a ton of carries this game coming up like he usually does.
I think you're right. You know, he could put up some big numbers. I think he falls short of the record, which is fine. Especially if diamond in the rough. I mean, best running back this team's ever had.
And not only that, an unselfish player. Unselfish. And he takes care of the football.
What means more? What means more, Norm says, the record or the trophy? Don't even have to answer that question. I'm sure you know that.
Trophy, definitely trophy. But it would be nice, though. I mean, you know, we're as Philly fans, we're always greedy.
And you absolutely
yeah.
It's a good point you make there. Always greedy. I would love to see that record in the green and white. You know, in the Kelly green and white, if you will. I would love to say our running back has beaten Eric Dickerson's record. Like in his first season as an Eagle.
But what if you do that and you don't win the Super Bowl because he gets injured?
Gets hurt. Right.
It's fucked up, man. But that's Philly sports, and we do get unlucky a lot.
They both hold weight. Yeah, but I mean, Lombardi Trophy or what is it? What's a MVP? The Walter Payton Award? Is that what that is? Did they like rename it or not?
Walter Payton Man of the Year. Brandon Graham's up for that.
Yeah. No, I was talking about the but it's the record, not the MVP.
The rushing record.
Do you think he gets MVP if he doesn't get the rushing record? Probably not, right?
No, I think Josh Allen might get it.
Looks like my man Rob Hefner checking in. Super Bowl at all costs.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now, I think no records will be broken because the last game of the year that's not going to matter. Unless it's for the number 1 seed. That's the thing. So it might happen. It really might happen because you're going to have Barkley in there for the last game of the year if you're playing for the number 1 seed.
Yeah.
You have to.
But I mean, you look with the way Gainwell looked Lombardi, everybody's saying Lombardi. We know that. Super Bowl would bust. It's almost a redundant statement at this point. Sure, I would love to see a player on our team get MVP. Yes. Would I love to see him beat a record that's 30 years? Sure. Yes, absolutely.
But it's still not really a record if you're doing it in 17 games and not 16 in my eyes.
True.
Now, if he did that shit in 16, to me, that's just the way I roll. I mean, the dude's getting an extra game to do it. Does that fuck up?
No. I mean,
no,
look,
I'm saying though, if he gets the record, he did it with one more game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a gift. Like,
well,
that's how tough the record is. That's how tough the record is to break. That you're going to need that game. Now, if he does it before, that's crazy.
When the NFL went from 14 to 16 games, a lot of records were broken after that.
I know.
Do they carry any less? Do they carry any less weight because they were broken? They were broken because they had 2 extra games. Thinking back on it, how 30 years from now, will they say, oh, well, they had the extra games, or will it just be the record? Well, the record will stand.
Depends on what kind of sports fan you are when it's talked about. No one's going to talk about Dickerson after Barkley breaks it, though. It ain't going to matter about the games.
That's true.
If Barkley breaks that, Dickerson's never going to be talked about again. That's it.
Real quick.
He's done.
Real quick before we continue, today's show is brought to you by DJ Guardian, mixing everything from hip-hop, R&B, reggae, and much, much more. Call DJ Guardian at 570-990-9422 for bookings today. And please, as always, tell them the fellas over at the Pattison Ave Phanatcs Show sent you. Now, Will, I have a question for you. Moving into the second half of the show here, was this Jalen Hurts' most complete game this season, in your opinion?
Yeah, he looked like Super Bowl Hurts.
Some numbers: 25 of 32, 290 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 45 rushing yards, 1 touchdown, 125.3 passer rating.
Yeah, also talk about his 2 number 1 wide receivers got the ball.
It was sure nice to see A.J. Brown sprint to find Jalen Hurts after the touchdown to do their little touchdown celebration that they like to do. We all know a lot of haters out there when it comes to the Eagles, but even the haters are really finding it hard to have issues with what this team is doing. Oh, you're leaning on Saquon. I heard that. Oh my God, I got face punched with leaning on Saquon. Guess what? They played the Pittsburgh Steelers and they didn't lean on Saquon too much.
I say keep it coming. Keep talking shit. Keep saying all these things. And Jalen,
the O-line should absolutely.
Dude, his record speaks for itself, dude.
Better than Mahomes.
Yeah.
Better than Mahomes over the last, 3 seasons?
Yeah, his record speaks for itself. The guy wins. And he only threw 5 picks this year. That's crazy. And look at the rushing touchdowns. He's going to be, well, Josh Allen might do it this year too. So Josh Allen, you can tell Josh Allen's obviously paying attention because he's starting to run a lot more now. He's wanting to get his rushing touchdowns. He is a beast.
He's a beast too.
But Jalen Hurts could possibly break Josh Allen together could break the record for the most rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. I think Jalen could possibly get 19, 20. Rushing touchdowns?
Crazy.
That's insane, dude.
Yeah. And 14 of them will be 1-yard touchdown runs.
That's the thing, though. No, but the appreciation is we play bully ball as the Eagles. So if you get us to a 3rd and 3, you're screwed, and we're past the 50-yard line.
Caught himself.
Listen, we get past the 50-yard line, and we're at 3rd and 3. We're doing a tush push, and if we don't get it, we're doing it again. And again.
Let them talk, baby. No one likes us, and we don't care. Rob Hefner, you know it, brother.
You know
checking in. Rob checking in from sunny Las Vegas, Nevada. My man.
Appreciate the love, man. Appreciate the love. We got 18 comments last week. We're trying to break it this one. We still got 27 minutes to go.
Yes, sir. And I think we're probably already there.
Bring the motherfucking comments in. If you want to say this is upside down, go ahead. I don't care. Bring them in. Just so like Mahomes, just bring it.
Oh my God!
Right, go
Mahomes is out for the season. Shame, absolutely a shame. Look, people will learn with me real fast.
Not a shame. Not a shame.
I hate to see people get hurt in this league. I don't want it to happen to
Carson Wentz. It happened too. Let's see if you can do it, Chiefs. Let's see if the Chiefs could do that. Carson Wentz is their fucking quarterback.
There's a Commanders fan checking in saying the tush push should be outlawed. Now, why is
your
that?
Your team can't do it because your team doesn't know how to do
it.
He
said he's shaking his head. Yes, because their team can't do it because their team's quarterback can't squat 600 pounds. I feel like Joe Burrow was a surprise this season. Was said.
He's
Willy
nasty,
Guns,
bro. He's
Rob
nasty.
Hefner.
Joe Burrow is a fucking good quarterback, dude. Joe Burrow's nasty this year. If his team, they might make the playoffs. If he wins out, that's a dangerous team. You don't want to face that team, bro. Because they're a lot like the Eagles, if you think about it. Not fully on the defense at all, but offensively, they are. Chase Brown's having a really good year, not a Barkley year, but you got T. Higgins, and you got Jamar Chase, you got Gesicki, which is definitely a lot like Goddard as a tight end. You got a lot of talent in Cincinnati, so there you go.
Carson Wentz is a douche canoe.
Yeah, yo, that's the Chiefs fucking quarterback right now. No, think about it.
Listen to this. Here you go. Let's
no,
paint this
I know what you're going to do. I already did it in my head. Good.
Let me go. Let me cook, as they say.
I already cooked this, but
Carson Wentz comes in, Pat Mahomes backup, leads the Chiefs into the playoffs. They run through the playoffs, and then they run into the green brick wall, which is the Philadelphia Eagles. And Carson Wentz gets his opportunity at revenge for the team that let him go. And then the Eagles boat raced the shit out of the Chiefs.
Destroyed them. Destroyed them. Carson Wentz has to...
Stop crying, Rob Hefner. No, hold on. You don't have to say anything. Rob, look at what he's wearing. He's sitting next to me. Look at this. Look at what we have to deal with here.
That's all right. I don't mind other teams' fans.
No, dude,
especially when they're not playing well. Like,
listen,
you don't really have a ground to stand on.
So I used to be one of those douche canoe Eagles fans that would look. I always had a fun back and forth with other people that cheered for other teams. But I would get on a fan if they were from Philly, and where at in Texas are you from? Oh, where at in New York are you from? If you're a Giants fan, something like that. When the Eagles won the Super Bowl back in 2018, all of that changed for me. It was like, I don't know, the veil was lifted. I lost a lot of the hate in my heart for the Cowboys,
same. Yeah.
For other teams. Like now, I almost feel bad for them. I almost feel bad for the Commanders fans or the Lions fans. The Cowboys fan. What says? Oh, you're Rob Hefner is absolute Rob. Can't wait to have you on too, buddy. Rob's buttoning up some his end. So much boo. Norm, everyone hates the Cowboys. Shut your face.
Yeah, it's true. Fuck the Cowboys.
You know what? And so
fuck Dallas.
Speaking,
fuck
hold
the
on.
Dallas Cowboys fans. I'm sorry, but go get your VHS tape. And watch your Super Bowls. Go ahead.
So we have a friend of the show who's a Cowboys fan, and man, we were watching one Monday night loss a couple of weeks ago, and we'll just let the video show.
One Monday night football loss, and he changes his team.
Pathetic.
That's our friend Vaughn Vassay, who is a diehard Cowboys fan. I might have left him a little fired up message on the Facebook Messenger last night. Will, he changed my name on the Facebook Messenger. He changed my nickname to Asshole Eagles Fan.
Wow.
Which I wear that as a badge of honor right there all day long.
So basically what I got with the fan base now, because I pay attention to a lot of the pages on Facebook, a lot of them. I like to watch what the other fans are saying. Same opinions, different opinions. Mm-hmm. A lot of the fans were very happy with Jalen throwing the ball. And the ones that were just like upset that Jalen's not a good quarterback, that they're right, like it's all Barkley. Nothing.
Well, they
had nothing to say.
I was one of those excited fans. I was one of those excited fans last night, and I guess we'll just roll that beautiful bean footage.
Go Birds! S-G-L-E-S Eagle!
Now, ladies, don't all be throwing yourselves at me all at once. Okay? There's plenty of TK to go around.
That is a Birds fan right there, bro. That is a diehard Birds fan right there, man. In the snow.
Snow don't bother me.
You gotta pull up that crazy picture that you have outside of the was it the link when you had the 69 jersey on?
I will no, it was 89. That was Chad
89, and you had shorts on and it was freezing cold outside.
It was 13 degrees outside with a wind chill of like -4. That was back in my early 20s when I could pull that off. I don't think I could do that today.
Do you remember the team when we went to the tailgate? It's the only tailgate I've ever been to. You took me to. What team did we play that game?
What tailgate did we go to?
You took me to the one that was down there on like 3rd and Packer or something like that.
Oh! When the one over by where the dispensary is now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I forget who they played.
That's what I was trying to think. I've been thinking about that all day.
Is that you? No, it's Norm. Just give me a hard time, which is absolutely fine. I know you like that, Wash. I get a little sauce. Well, having a couple of beers, watching the game, somebody started making mimosas, so now I got champagne in my system. I'm not held accountable for anything that I do.
Like De Niro said in Goodfellas,
Riz for days.
Keep it coming.
Riz for days.
Keep it coming.
Rob Hefner, I almost spit my coffee out when I saw that this morning. Now, Rob, due to the sheer sexiness of myself, I needed to put a disclaimer out, like, ladies, please. I understand how we might feel about this, but like I said, there's plenty of TK to go around. I can't do it with a straight face. I mean, literally plenty. Ooh, it's all over there. Predictions for this Sunday, Willy Guns. We're not ending the show yet, but I want to get into predictions real quick. Norm, I would love it if you could chime in on the comment on the text line here. What your prediction is for the game. Will, what do you think the Eagles are going to do this Sunday at 1 p.m. against the Washington Commanders? Commanders. Sorry, Norm.
Just a score you want, or you just want like?
No, you can give me whatever you want. If you think a meteor shower is going to happen, whatever you predict.
Listen, Sirianni definitely wants that record for Barkley. So I think the game plan definitely is going to be to run the ball, like just run a ball down their throats. Just run it with Barkley, get them some big runs. You're already going to be able to pass on them. AJ Brown, Smitty, friggin' what's that?
I'm going all Val Venus on us. Is that what's happening?
Oh, wrestling.
Hello, ladies.
Yeah, and you actually you said you don't know wrestling. You know Val Venus, though, don't you?
Of course I know Val Venus. Well, I know Attitude Era wrestling.
Yeah.
I remember like wrestling, like when we would be in front of your mom and your grandmom, me, you, Rob, and several other people.
Listen, I watched the Commanders play the Saints, and the Commanders, they're not the team that they were at the beginning of the year. I'm just going to sit there and be honest. I think you can possibly you could see some points scored by the Eagles this game. I'm probably going to go 31-13 Birds.
As much as this hurts to say, Barkley runs for 141, Hurts 2 touchdowns, 31-24 Eagles. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is coming from a Commanders fan, which I respect.
I'm gonna stick my 31-13. I'm gonna stick with it.
So I see it being a little closer than that. 31-13 anyway. I do think the Eagles put up some points, and if they can start early like they did last week, I think it's 34-27 Birds.
Well, I'm going 31-13, and we kill the clock in the fourth, just like we did against the Steelers.
I think it's a little closer.
I think that's the new norm. Trust me, it's the new norm. Eagles are going to be taking teams out.
That's the new norm. But anyway, so it sounds like a lot of people are expecting the Eagles to win. I don't know what the line on the game is yet. I don't even know if they have that out yet or not. I mean, it's Monday. When does the line usually come out for the games? Is it like after Monday Night Football?
Oh, yeah, after Monday night. It might be now, yeah. I think it might be now. So early betting starts, I think.
Okay. Eagles minus 134.
Yeah, everybody, what's your predictions to our
Sean Watts, 42-3 Birds.
Yo, Sean, I hope you're right, man. I hope you're right. God. That would be nice. So that means they're definitely
I got chills thinking about
it. We're probably going to get defensive touchdowns in that game then. A 42-3 game, you got defensive touchdowns then, because you're probably going to be blowing them out in the third quarter, and then they're going to turn the ball over.
It's a division game.
Does Quinyon Mitchell? There you go. Does Quinyon Mitchell get his first interception, first career?
I like it. Does Zach Bond create a fumble that Nakobe Dean picks up and runs back in for a touchdown?
That'd be nice. Jalen Carter, strip sack.
Jalen Carter picks up Jaden Daniels, carries him and the ball into the end zone.
I mean, if they're at the 1 yard line, maybe.
So we're allowed to get a little out of pocket. Will,
of course.
I'm pretty sure we blasted last week's comments numbers. What were the comments? That was
our goal. 18.
That was your goal, Will. I don't have a goal like that. Except
why not, man? If they're watching, they can talk, and we'll talk about their comments.
100%.
I've always been about that.
If you're nice enough to tune in while we're live, absolutely comment in. I don't care what person you are. caught myself there, Willy Guns. I know you're more mature than that now, but I'm not.
Yeah, I
What
grew
do we
up.
got here? Eagles are 3.5 point favorites right now. Right now. You know, barring like depending on injury reports throughout the week and things like that, it could change the number. But it's a divisional game. Are they playing? Are we playing in? They're playing in Washington. So,
Ooh. What's the
yeah,
Commanders' home record? What's the Commanders' home record?
now that's a good question. I mean, boss. Listen. We like to have a good time on this show. We absolutely like to have a good time.
5-2.
5-2 at home. What's the Eagles' away record?
6-1.
6-1. So it's a pretty evenly matched,
That's why your line's
which is
3.5.
probably why your line's 3.5. Exactly.
I don't think it's gonna be close to. There's no way, dude. They're not. Their team's just not built like our team. We just sat there and beat a really good Steelers team. We held the ball for fucking the end of the whole fourth quarter, pretty much. The whole fourth quarter.
Spread +3.
Was it that I think they only got 2 possessions in the second half?
How about what was it? Didn't they have the Eagles had a 10-minute 99-yard drive or something like that?
88 yards.
Crazy. 88
And you know what the funny thing is we could have scored there and we kneeled the ball at the end of the game. You know how much disrespect that is? But at the same time, it's nice too. It's like, hey, look, we're not going to run the score up on you.
Will, there's a challenge laid out. If the Commanders pull this off, Willy Guns has to do a whole show in a Washington jersey.
I don't own one, so I can't do that.
I'll send him one.
Norm said he will.
Dude, fair enough.
I'll drive it to you.
He will drive it to you.
All right, there you go. And then you'll have to wear an Eagles one, you know?
And I got plenty of them. How about that, Norm? And here's the bet. If Washington wins, we will drive you a Commanders jersey at some point, and you'll have to do a whole show in it. But if the Eagles win, Norm will have to wear one of my old Eagles jerseys. You can't wear one of my current ones because it'll look like a smock. Take a picture and we'll post it on Facebook.
No, he has to say "Go Birds" in a fucking video. He has to say "Go Birds" in a video.
I'm getting that.
Go
Cut
Birds!
it from. So Norm,
Go
is this
Birds!
agreed? Norm, do you agree?
He's
My wife's
scared.
trying to
Don't
pull her
even.
ring off.
You're fucking scared. You know you're gonna lose, bro. You're scared. Don't even do it. You
I
don't
don't-
want to be embarrassed.
Money
Don't
line
do it.
plus 136. What's that? Plus. So there you go.
That's
I just want to see him in a
is that
Washington jersey.
DraftKings or is that which one was that?
I don't know. Listen, I love fun bets like this. However, maybe we should steer clear of this one. Anyway, are you worried about this defense containing Jaden Daniels, Will?
No, not at all, dude. I've seen every quarterback. I've seen them take every fucking quarterback on. I'm not. You know what's funny? We always on our other shows that we did before this and everything.
Hey, Rob. Hey,
go ahead.
Rob Hefner has a good one here.
If the Eagles win, Norm needs to wear an Eagles jersey and sing "Fly Eagles Fly." Wow.
I'll shake my eyebrow.
The Commanders.
Wait, he said he shaved his eyebrows.
Waz said if the Commanders win, I'll shave my eyebrows.
Oh God! Oh God, Sean, don't do that, man. Or Waz, don't do that, man.
Bing bong.
Would he really though?
I don't know. This is just going on to even. Hold on real quick. Let's get back to Rob Hefner's comment. Wear an Eagles jersey and sing "Fly Eagles Fly." I'll help with the words. I remember them. I know them all.
No, we'll put them up on the screen. He can read them. No excuses.
I like it.
We'll even practice before the show, so he sounds really good.
Oh my God.
Me. We'll do. Oh, dude, everyone is in. All right.
DraftKings, okay.
It's DraftKings. You know what's fun for me is like I am not a part of this particular bet, which I enjoy because
Commander's hat for the whole show.
Okay. Excuse me.
TK
I'm
wears
sure.
a Commander's hat.
I'm sure there's plenty of them around somewhere.
Oh, that's a Commander's hat, but it's not going to happen anyway. We're good.
It works. I like better
Oh
than good.
shit! Wait, this is bad because we don't like the jinx.
It's not. It's not.
I'm not.
It's not
I
a
don't
jinx.
like the jinx. I don't like the jinx anything, man. But I just have no like respect for this Commanders team when it comes down to our team. Like it's.
And I don't want to hear nothing from nobody. Yes, I'm drinking my drink out of a wonton soup container, and I don't care. I like a big cup. So, up yours. This is going to be sweet. This should be fun. Should be fun. I like a good.
Yeah.
I like a good bet.
I mean, Waz said he'll shave his eyebrows, bro. That he's confident. He's confident.
If you shave them, you have to save them in a
Send them to me.
little container and send them to us.
Wow. Guys are,
If
That's
you've ever heard
hilarious.
the term off the rails, that's usually where this show exists, somewhere not on any rails.
For sure. Well, we did our birds talk, man. So we're just like, the last 10 minutes just fucking around.
Willy Guns, better basketball player, LeBron James or Michael Jordan? Go.
Michael Jordan.
Thank you.
Oh,
I don't like how long it took you to answer that question. No,
Because
it's
LeBron James would have had it if he got more championships. He didn't get it, so
I don't know.
That's
I
it.
don't know why I did that, but anyway, seriously,
That's fine.
MJ.
That's
Thank
fine.
you, Rob. Have
Yeah,
MJ.
it's
Like this
Jordan.
is the
Jordan all
age
day.
old.
6
The age old. 6 and 0.
6 Finals MVPs.
All right.
9. I think he has
We-
9
we
scoring
still
titles.
have-
No, 10 scoring titles.
We still have 8 minutes left. Everybody that's paying attention and watching right now, let's get back. Let's bring it back to the Eagles as Rob.
Go
Ellis
right back
commented
to it. Go right back to it.
Favorite Eagle of all time. Everybody always has different favorite Eagles of all time.
Man, yeah, I like to
James is a little bit. All right.
Whoa. What person is? Oh, LeBron James is LBJ. Okay,
Yeah. I
got you.
Willy Guns. Who is your favorite Eagle of all time?
Oh, man, it's so tough. There's so many, bro. So many. I was a huge T.O. fan, but he wasn't here long enough. I'm definitely going to have to go with Dawkins. It has to be my favorite Eagle of all time. Definitely Dawkins.
What?
For sure.
Random off subject question, but does anybody know if the Paulskins debut patch was pulled? No. From Norm. Norm Cunningham. Cunningham's a good one.
That is a good one. Nick Foles should be a lot of people's, but I guess
He's
it
up there.
doesn't really matter. Yeah, he's up there.
He's up there for me.
He's up
I
there.
have a Mount Rushmore.
I mean, I loved Reggie White.
dog.
Like, I loved Reggie White.
Reggie White's number 1. Brian Dawkins number 2. Jason Kelsey number 3.
Oh, I love
then-
Kelsey. Oh, God. Oh.
And then number 4, John Dornbos.
Oh, I think
John-
Lane Johnson's approaching that, too.
Lane Johnson is
Ooh,
up there.
Fred Bark.
That's a good one. Fred Barnett.
Oh,
absolutely.
Yeah.
So
Fred Barnett.
Arkansas Fred Barnett, man. You gotta love Freddie. This week's show was so fun to do. It was so easy to come up with topics
Yeah.
to show. I show prepped while we were talking, like pre-show.
They make the best show, bro.
Yes.
There you
Waz
go.
is in it.
Appreciate
Waz
that,
is-
Waz. Everybody that
Waz-
commented, I appreciate it, man. It goes a long way.
Was in
Trust me.
agreement.
It just fires me up for next show.
I love
That's
it.
what it
Well, look,
does.
everybody. I appreciate everybody. I mean, everybody on the comments. It was dynamite. We really appreciate it. Anybody that could tune in, check. Get your friends, get your family to subscribe. We'll do our best to provide interesting, goofy, fun content every single week. Here at Cole County Entertainment, where we plan on bringing out several more shows, some sports related, some not. We have fish and game shows coming up. We would like you guys to be on the lookout for our conspiracy theory show that we have lined up and in the works. The conspiracy theory show. It's called the Tinfoil Hat Show. More information to come about that one.
Wow, I like that, man. Can you put that up there, Tom? From
what
was it Hefner? You said
what?
The guy, the Vegas sports team one. Glad, yeah, I like that, man. Appreciate.
Thank you, Rob. Appreciate that very much.
A lot of things happen.
Tune in next week to see Willy Guns in a Commander jersey and Waz with no eyebrows.
That means Waz got to do it live.
This is my first, and I love that. We appreciate you, Waz.
Oh, wait, that was his first show? It's first time ever watching?
What, Vi Sikahema? Gotta love Vi Sikahema. Vaughn Visay, go Lions! Hey, Vaughn!
Jack.
Vaughn, did you just check it? Does this house look...
One Monday Night Football loss. And he changes his team.
Pathetic.
Ladies and gentlemen,
wow. Now he's a Lions fan.
Vaughn Visay. So, for last week you were an Eagles fan. You're back to being a Cowboys fan this week, and now he's a Lions fan. I don't know.
Dude, you should have went Buffalo, bro. You should have chose Buffalo instead of the Lions. How do you pick a new team that just lost? Hey, I like that team. They showed up, but they lost.
Hey, gotta respect it. Gotta respect it. Gotta respect it. Well, listen, everybody. For Willy Guns. Wait, hold on. What do we got? It's a war now, TK.
Oh, he's got Willy Guns on his team now, though.
Listen, I pack a pretty big lunch pail, brother. So you better be ready. The
comment, though, Vaughn.
No, we do. We appreciate you checking in, Vaughn, for sure. For sure. Well, listen, everybody. For Willy Guns, for Norm Deal, I'm Tom Kelly. This is the Pattison Ave Phanatcs Show. We're out of here.
Turn on the sports show tonight. TK's got the energy right. Willy Guns take us to the fight. Pattison Ave rocking the night. It's the Phanatics.